right. Hey there, JKJ Digital Assets Premium Subscription folks. We're here again today. We're going to do another technical podcast. We're going to go over the Terra Station platform and the Terra network and talk about some of the things that you can do. And we'll even go into it and show it to you. So I got JD here with me today. We're going to hand it over to him and let him walk us through everything.
Right. Well, Terra Station, first of all, I got to say this one, I've been in it for about maybe a year and a half now. It's one of my favorites. Fees are very low. Again, like we've said a couple of times, and we talk about several tokens that are available here, there, depending on where you go. These are all native. All these tokens we're going to talk about, this Terra Station, everything is native to the Terra Station network. They will not trade elsewhere. Of course, you can find them again. I think yesterday when we were doing the Viper swap, we saw that they had Luna and they had a couple other, and you're going to start seeing them outside as they grow more popular. Right. But Terra Station for me, it's again, when they first came out, when they first showed up on the net here, they were basically all about stable coins.
Right.
UST being the biggest one, right? It's become probably the third by market cap. But their plan was, you've got money that you want to get across to Thailand. Well, let's create a stable coin for Thailand inside of Terra Station, convert your money into that coin, and then send it to whoever needed to have it on the other end without a middleman involved in it.
So this thing, if you go up to the 100,000 foot level, if you have these different networks, Bitcoin network, Ethereum network, this is another one.
This is its own chain. This is its own blockchain. Yes.
This is the Terra network, and on this network, if you've watched our previous podcasts, there are tokens and coins. So this one's coins. There's a stable coin for almost every country out there. For the United States, it's called UST. But their other native coin is called Luna, and Luna has been a fantastic performer in the market. But when you're doing your fees, you can pay your fees on this platform either in your native currency. For us, it's UST, or you can pay your fees in Luna also.
Correct. And then you'll see some other, as the platform continues to grow, we're seeing other companies, other DAOs, or you name it. There's all sorts of companies that are using the software. So you'll see as they land on these, and we'll teach you how to stake it also. Stake Luna. If you're a Luna staker, a lot of these companies will come in and they'll give you an airdrop once they start using the Terra Station platform. So it's kind of cool.
So the airdrops are like a reward for using their platform. So, then the tokens that are out there, they have taken this business model, like JD outlined the business model of the Terra network. It's primarily the business model functions in the Pacific region. But it's worked so good and the fees are so low that there's been other tokens that have jumped on board this, and now they use that network to facilitate their cryptocurrency. MIR is one, Anchor is another one. There's several of them on there, and we'll show you inside the Terra platform how to see them.
I like to call them like D apps that start using my best analogy or best way of explaining it away is kind of like looking at the Apple iOS. Every time an application or an app comes up on there, what do they charge them? 10%, or I forget what it is. Yeah. So that's the same thing that's happening at Terra Station. At least that's the way I like to see it, is that that's what's happening. But every time they do that, instead of all that 10% going all to Apple, then it goes to the stakers in the company. So stakers, who are you? You're part owner of the company because you're staking. Your Luna, you've given it back to them to use. So that's the way I like to explain that one away.
Excellent, good analogy.
Not in the weeds, So we can go. Let's go ahead and put this up and let's start talking this thing. Okay, right, so obviously, there you go. Terra Station underneath there, it says extension. Ignore that. Although we will talk about that in a bit here. There's several ways you can load Terra Station. I like using the app version that you can put to get it started onto your on your PC, and then later on you can use the extension. You're going to have the extension to operate. But if you look up there, you can see the address up here. Let's see if I can make that just a tad larger for you. Docs.terra.money. Just go there. It'll give you the tabs here, the link, so you can get it down to your desktop. Now, when you first download this thing for your desktop, I just updated mine, and the computer didn't like it at all. Kept on telling me, danger, Will Robinson. So, I ignored all that, went to the advanced, and loaded this thing. And that's the way I created my uploaded and updated my wallet. So again, you can see here where you can go desktop.
Yeah. To get to this point, you can Google Terra Network or Terra Station.
And that's exactly what I did here, and that's what came up.
Yeah, you'll get there.
And then here you see you can get the Chrome extension, and then the mobile. I don't use the mobile very much because I always have an iPad or something with me, and I go to my extension. So I mean, it's just I have these two versions here, and that works for me. All right, so when you do that, this is the first page you're going to come up. That will come up. Obviously, you have no wallet connected. You can see up there it says Terra Station, and you see all your possibilities here inside of their menu. But again, connect. So we're going to click on connect, and that's how we're going to create this wallet. Once you're done there, you'll get this right here, right in the center of the page. I cut this out. So you're going to create a new wallet. Unless you already have a wallet, then this whole thing is mute for you. But now we're going to create a new wallet. So go ahead and click new wallet. And, you know, we like to go through this every time we talk here about what we do in terms of passwords and seed phrases. So, you know, not to be left behind, Terra Station does the same exact thing. They are going to give you the read you the riot act here. Put your passwords away, put your seed phrases away. Do not leave those out for anybody else to.
So you can go back.
Access.
We did a podcast and a paper on the seed phrases and protecting your account and creating a new account. I would recommend you go back and watch that, and then come back in here, and you'll see all the same protection features in there. But definitely write your seed phrase down.
Yeah, back in the day when I first started, you didn't see a whole lot of this going on. And so that's why when we created that first paper, we were thinking, okay, this is, people need to know this. But just about every place I've gone to create a wallet for JKJ for our training videos now has this in here. So, yeah.
So this is a good hybrid. You know, we talked about wallets will generally have the seed phrases and things like that, and exchanges are a login. This one's kind of a hybrid. It's an exchange that has a wallet inside of it. So you're going to get all that stuff. There will be eventually be a login that you can use.
Yeah, this
in addition to these seed
I
phrases.
would call this the same as, you know, you look at Coinbase, right? They've got it's kind of a custodial wallet and very secure.
Yeah.
All right, so here comes your page. If you look at this here, you can see you're going to come in here. You're going to type in whatever you want to call this wallet. Write that down. Password, write that down. Just keep it someplace safe. And then here's your seed phrase, your recovery phrase. Notice up here it says copy. I don't use that. I take this, I pull out a piece of paper, and I write this down again. If you look at our video on how to take care of your seed phrase, I think that'd be well worth your time. I like writing these down in order. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the way I store them. So click submit, and then they're going to come here and they're going to just verify that you have written this down. So they'll tell you which one they want you to select.
They'll give you a little quiz.
A little quiz on your seed phrase. And there you have it. Once you've done with that, you have your own wallet. Here they've called this one My Wallet, right? And that's what will show up. Whatever you called it, it's going to show up right up here. And as you can see, you have 0 UST, 0 Luna. And so now it's time to bring some Luna or UST into this account. So how are we going to do that? We're going to click up here. We're going to click on My Wallet. And you're going to get this drop down. And it's going to say copy. Remember, we're going to copy this address so that we can go ahead and put that address into wherever our funds are at.
So yeah, this just to clarify this is not a place where you can bring cash money in and buy a crypto. You have to buy and bring it in here.
Right. There's no way to on-ramp US dollars onto this just yet. So we need to on-ramp our money into either crypto.com. I tried Coinbase the other day. They still don't. I still can't send money across. It looks like Luna is the best way to do it, and we just were able to do that in Crypto.com. So again, kudos to Crypto.com for making that kind of easy for it. But they have the version of Luna that we want. If you are unable to buy to access Crypto.com in the state that you live in, then you're going to have to on-ramp USDC or whatever you need to onto Crypto.com or obviously not Crypto.com, onto Coinbase.
Right.
Send that to MetaMask. Buy your Luna there using Uniswap, and then take that Luna. Now remember that Luna is going to be the ERC. It's going to be the Ethereum version.
Right. It's wrapped.
So you're going to have to use the Terra bridge to bridge money over. Okay, so we'll put a video together or a slide for that, a couple of slides for that. You'll see a lesson plan for that shortly, and I'll add that to it. But once you use that, you should be able to bridge it across to your Terra wallet.
If you are in a pickle, get on the website and message us. We will. There will be up in the crypto education tab. This is a blog style format, so if you have some peculiarities, just message us and we'll help you out with it. But if you go to Terra.money, the bridge, there's a link to the bridge on there, and it's not difficult. We'll do a podcast for it, but you can figure it out.
Yeah. So for the majority of us, we're all able to use Crypto.com. I think I want to say California, New York.
Shocker.
Yeah. But I think I heard maybe Texas. No, not Texas. I know I have a friend that lives in Texas. He was using it. So okay. Anyway, so we clicked that. We copied our address. We put that over into our Crypto.com. I think if you go over our latest video where we talk about, or our podcast, or where we talk about Crypto.com, you'll be able to figure that out. Just add it to your whitelist, and you've got it.
Go watch the video, and you'll see how to transfer something from Crypto.com.
Right. So here we go. So now you actually have you've got some Luna now. Okay, this here we have 100 Luna that were sent over, and we're going to click on the swap tab. We're going to put in the 2 Luna that we've got that we want to convert over, and we're going to make this will auto populate over here. Once you put 2 here, it'll actually tell you how much UST you're going to get. And you can see here what the fee was. I think we're paying 50 cents, 54 cents for the, that's a spread.
That's the delightful thing about this platform is the fees are pretty low.
The fees are just, again, kind of like Viper Swap yesterday. This is very nice. All right, so once you do that, success. Here we are. Now you've got UST and you also have Luna. Important thing we want to mention here, as you go through some of these trades, you always want to make sure that you have some UST or some Luna left over. Do not take all of your funds and convert them over. Once you do that, now you've got nothing to pay fees. Right. You got to make sure you always have a little bit of Luna or UST in there so you can pay for your fees. If otherwise, you're going to have to bridge over more money. So.
Well, that's one of the nice things about this platform is that you can pay your fees in Luna or UST, but you do not want to run yourself out of either one of them, or you'll be stuck until you send more in there.
Okay, so now I just want to highlight here UST. Now we can go out with our UST and buy whatever we want. You can either buy a Luna or you can see all these other stable coins for all these other countries in here. Hong Kong, we've got Japan, we've got, Australia. So all this was created inside of that. Now I want to also highlight that there's some other stuff in here. These are some of those D apps that exist inside of the Terra Station ecosystem. And some have become very popular. Apollo, Astro. So yeah, there they are. Anchor.
So these are coins that are existing on the Terra network.
Yes, these are coins, and these are running some of the other D apps. So I guess you would call these tokens at the bottom of here, right? So they're pretty much.
Yeah, coins are Luna.
Right.
And,
so these will probably power the or what run in the background for a lot of these D apps.
Right.
And okay. All right, so let's talk about, now that you've got Luna here, let's talk a little bit about staking Luna.
Okay.
All right, so once again, here we go. Main page, you click on stake. You see down here, this is, I guess it's a search tool here for the validator you're looking for. And this is how they do this. I mean, it's through validators, okay? And if you just look down towards the bottom of that page, you'll notice here, these are, the list is very, very large. How do I like to pick a validator? One, I want to make sure that their uptime is 100%. And what that means is these guys are constantly on the system. They don't take the computer system does not take a break. You want them to be up all the time. Otherwise, you're not making money. So, again, this list is pretty large here. I like to go with one that has some pretty good voting power, uptime 100%. Commission rate, yeah, I like to keep that as low as possible. And then self-delegation, I kind of like to make sure that they're in the game. If they've got nothing in the game, I'm kind of, I don't know, I like to see something there, which means that they've got money into the system as well. So you pick one, let's say, so you picked one. And in this example here, Terra Validators is who was picked. And once you got that, you're going to click on delegate. And again, here comes all their numbers. That's the only thing that you see in here. It's a repeat of what you saw on the other screen. So we'll come in here. We'll go ahead and click on delegate. And then you'll tell them exactly how much you want to delegate.
Right.
Now, an important thing here is to understand is that once you delegate here, if you want your money back, if you want your tokens back, it's going to take 21 days to untie this. Okay, right. So if you want to sell your stuff you're going to have to wait 21 days.
Right.
So you tell them 25, okay, and it's going to cost you, what is it? This is the fees, 4 cents?
4.5 cents.
At least on this, it was 4 cents back in the day. So anyway, we took 25. We're going to delegate that. And here comes the notice again that we were just talking about. Keep something for the fees. Yeah, don't put it all in there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get this out. And once you confirm success, okay, now you are delegated. You've staked. And you're going to start receiving rewards depending on how much you put in there. I think right now it's paying 11% on your Luna tokens. Also makes you eligible for all the airdrops for all the DApps that start showing up. Okay, last year I think I saw a total of 4. This year I think we're already seeing there's already been 5. And last I read, Terra Station, they have something like 250 DApps that are in line this year that want to come on board. So that's a lot of airdrops.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so delightful. Let's say you want to get your money back. So we're just going to reverse it. All right, so you're going to click on that same page where it says stake. Now the tab will say withdraw rewards. You can go in there and withdraw your rewards. And again, the big thing here is when you... Actually, I'm not talking, I'm kind of out of turn here. When you want to claim your rewards, right. Okay, let me backtrack here one more time. Okay, so we want to claim. It says we withdraw rewards. You're not unstaking. What you're doing is you're taking the rewards that you have here. You see where it says staking rewards right here? That's what you're going to withdraw, because otherwise it'll sit here. Usually you can highlight this thing and a drop down box will come and say, hey, after a while it'll do it automatically for you. But I like to, every time I have like 5 of these things sitting here, then I'm going to go ahead, click on withdraw all rewards. And this is what's going to happen. Okay. It's going to be a breakdown. You're not going to get your rewards all in Luna. They're going to break it down. You're going to get some Luna, you're going to get some UST, and a very, very minute amount. I mean, I've been doing this for 1.5 years, and I think some of these are upwards of maybe 1/100th of a penny right now.
It's pretty tiny.
Very, very tiny. So I don't worry myself with it.
Yeah.
Again, there's a fee with everything, but there you have it. So you're going to get some Luna, some UST. Those are our big targets here. And the fee. Now, when you go to do this is an old picture here. When you do this, it'll ask you what you want to pay that fee in. So if you've got, when you click on that, you're going to get another drop-down box. And whatever token you have that can cover that fee will be will be able, you'll see it there. So
Yeah.
let's say you've created enough of the Korean stable coin, then I'll pay it in that because
Pay
I'm
it
not
in
going to
that,
use it
yeah.
with anything else, right? And
Yeah.
I'll keep my Luna and my UST are my main targets. All right, so that completes that. So again, now let's say you want to send your tokens out. Same thing as you come back to your wallet, and right in here you'll see where just for every one of these it's got to send. All right, that's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to click to send. And again, you're going to have the wallet that it's going to.
Right.
All right. So it's going to ask you recipient, the amount. Now pay attention, right? So if some of these places you're going to requires a memo, it's going to tell you when you click on MetaMask or crypto.com and you say, I want to receive Luna, it's going to ask you the wallet. Or it's going to give you the address to that wallet. It might actually tell you memo. Say, is it required a memo? Here, it's optional. So some places, though, you'll see where there's an actual memo you have to put in there. So it's just copy and paste.
Every one I've seen, it's told you have to do it. So
Yeah,
it's pretty apparent.
So, and then here, if you do it quite often, then you add them here to the address book. And that way, every time you come here, you can just send it. Again, like I said in other videos, I like to verify that address. And if it's the same, okay, I'll go with what's here. But I like to verify that address every time in case that wallet is changed elsewhere. Right. And that should pretty much do it there. That concludes our little lecture.
That's it. This one's got a real a useful feature. It's the history on there.
Oh yeah.
You can go in that history section there and see every transaction that you've done with that wallet that you're using has done in the Terra network, which is kind of nice.
Well, one thing too, also that you need to be understand here is when you click here on wallet. You're going to get all of their stable coins will show up, not the tokens that come from other D apps. So if, for instance, let's say you got an airdrop for Apollo and you want to see it here, then you're going to have to add it. So when you go to wallet, you click there and you'll see where it says add tokens and just type in Apollo and click on the plus sign and you'll get that and you'll be able to see it here. Simple as that.
All right, cool. All right, good deal. Nice job on that. This Terra network is really exciting. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. There's different platforms. You can download this on your phone as an app. You can go through the web browser. You can sign in on that Terra.money. There's an app that you can download for your computer. There's an extension that you can do for your browser, and it works in Chrome and all the browsers have extensions that work for this. So the depending on what you want to do, the thing that you should do at least is get that extension, because if you want to like launch off from here and connect to other platforms, you can connect using that extension to
we'll
Terra
go
network.
into it in detail later on when we start talking about the Anchor protocol, when we talk about Mirror protocol. Some of these are the protocols that have landed on the Terra Station ecosystem. But you will have to have the extension in order to operate, because they're going to ask you to connect a wallet, and you're going to do it just like MetaMask. But you can't do it with the app. You're going to have the extension. So
Exactly.
once you're done at loading up the app for your PC, just go into the Chrome extension and add it. And then again, there all you got to do is import a wallet. It's going to ask you for your seed phrase and your password. Once you're done with that, then you have the two working in conjunction. So you're going to need that.
No, this is a real nice platform. It's a very intuitive thing. You're not going to get yourself in too much trouble. You'll have this video. We did a transfer video a little while back. You can go and look at that too. And then we're going to have a paper up on the site for this too. So if you have any trouble, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a shout out on our blog or Instagram or anything like that. We're glad to help. We're looking forward to interacting with you on it. This is a real good one. This is a launch pad for a bunch of different things that we'll do podcasts on later. There's some exciting things out there in the Terra network. So Just want to thank you for being a JKJ Premium member and joining us on these podcasts. We really hope you learn a lot every time. Interact with us, ask us questions, and we'll be back with another podcast soon.